Here's a great business tip for you as dancers, okay? Guess what? Dance choreography can be copyrighted. Dancing is like music. It's an intellectual property. It's music, okay? You are dancing to music. You are creating from music, right? That dance step is an intellectual property. So you need to treat it as such. It's an asset. It's like lyrics, right? It's like your guitar riff. It's like your drum beat, right? Those steps, if you doing that shoulder roll and you do a whole new pop with it, and you know what I'm saying? That is, dude, do y'all understand? And I'm telling you right now, if you are a dancer and you coming up with these new dances, do y'all realize how much money y'all could be making off TikTok right now? Y'all can be making a fucking fortune! I'm not playing with y'all, babies. Please! And I'm stressing this. I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm getting excited. Because I care when it comes to you as artists. You are dancers. You are artists. Okay, and I'm totally touching on y'all. Y'all are just as much artists as musicians are.
I'm unstoppable like rolling, cracking out the mows. Never mind the road, I go whichever I'ma go. Nothing stop me though, rain, sleet, summer, snow. I'm a grind.
What's up, y'all? Harkos here for the Music Making Sense podcast, where we come to talk to you every single day, every single week, every single episode about music marketing, branding, and how to have success as an independent artist. With me, as always, is KP. I forgot the whole fucking line. But yes, fucking demonic Mickey wearing shirt motherfucker himself, KP. No, he fucking made me laugh right before we went going and my brain kind of shut off. But
I'm sorry, dude.
It's all good, man.
Because you just threw out a goddamn, I was like, oh my God, you're so army.
It's not, like I was making a racial joke, but yeah, you want to make it military, fine, whatever. But
you're making a racial joke. Oh, do tell.
Yeah, because I said no, because you said oh, yes, sir, and I'm like, yeah, call me sir. That's like next step to boss. What the fuck? Like, you ain't gotta call me that, dude. You know what I'm saying? So I was making that joke.
Oh, but, you some of
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, don't call me sir. What the fuck? But
I was thinking military. That's why I said you're so army, because you know the army, they in the boot camp like,
we never
don't call me sir. No. I was thinking when I said sir, it's like when I was thinking you did Robert. Yeah, I think
NCOs,
like,
don't call me sir. I work for a living type shit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, no. I was like, don't call me sir. What the fuck you call me sir for, man? But anyway, we're on the podcast now, and so anyway.
What's good, everybody?
Yeah, what's good? Hopefully y'all are enjoying your week and the episodes we've put out here lately. For those of y'all tuning into this episode, if you may or may not know, we just went on our first live for our music reviews, our What the Fuck Wednesday music reviews, just this past Wednesday, and pretty good show. And if you guys want to check those out, go ahead and check those out. You'll find them anywhere you're listening to this right here, right now. And if you want to tune in live, it's live only on YouTube, Wednesday nights from 9 to 11 Eastern, which is 6 to 8 Pacific. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And everywhere in between, get in when you fit in, you know, everything. That's what she said. And and all that stuff. But today we got a great episode. It might get interesting. We're talking about some interesting shit. And also we are
powered by Riverside FM.
Usually. There we go. Riverside. As we always say, if you use Zoom or StreamYard for anything, stop it. And click that link down below. Get your first month free so you can check out Riverside. You can use it for everything and more that you would use those other two platforms or any platform similar. And it's a lot better quality. You know, for those of y'all who don't know, I'm in Indiana. KP's over in Washington. And we hop on here and have hardly any issues. You know, he lives kind of by an airport, so sometimes his Wi-Fi will be a little scrambly. Sometimes we'll have a technical issue with a microphone, but that's not Riverside, right? Riverside does pretty well for us, and we enjoy it. You can, you know, edit clips, auto-edit clips, and generate show notes, all that fun stuff. So, again, if you use Zoom or StreamYard or anything like that for anything, stop it. Use the link down below. Exactly. Use the link down below and get your first month for free. But we have some breaking news to talk about. Get it, KP? You get it? Yeah. Yeah. And were you gonna press the button? Okay, there we go. It looked like you were reaching to press the button. I was like, oh, what's it gonna do?
Yeah.
But we want to talk about what everybody's talking about in the world of music and music marketing, and that is the Australian breakdance lady. You know, I mean, because so yeah, KP.
I wish I would have brought. I wish I would have saved some clips of that shit, dude, because it's so fucking funny, man.
Oh, dude, everybody's seen the
my
clips,
God.
but yeah, it's.
I still would love to watch them because
it's interesting, and I just saw one right before we got
very
started.
Interesting take on this, dude.
Yeah, we actually got a differing take on breakdancing and the Olympics in general. But I saw a clip just a second ago where like somebody took her like spinning on the ground, and like it's a picture of a bathroom, and it says me telling my kid not to touch anything in the bathroom, and then my kid, and it's got like him like spinning on the floor, and like you have to hear like, yeah. So I'm like, oh God. But yeah, so they're taking memes of everything as always, as they should, you know, because life's not all serious, and something like that, fuck it, let's laugh. You know what I'm saying? And because bare minimum you're laughing at that lady. All right, y'all. I just wanted to hop in here really quick and let you know about my company. I know a lot of times we're sitting here talking to you about all the different companies that rock with us here at Music Making Sense Podcast, but I just figured I'd hop in here really quick and let you know about my company and the services that I offer. Now, my company is called Apex Music System, and you can find that over at apexmusicsystem.com. You can find a full list of all the services that I offer over there in my company. If you're a podcaster or you have an online business or you're an artist, I can help you out with anything, all right? I got services such as website building, email marketing, video editing, social media management, ad management, creative content, strategy, consultations, and I can help you out no matter what your budget is. Now that's key right there. I got great prices, plus I have a wide variety of low, medium, and high tier services, so I can help you out no matter what your need is. So make sure you go check out my company over at apexmusicsystem.com. And, you know, like I tell you every time, make sure you let them know that I told you about my company right here on Music Making Sense Podcast, so I know that this ad's actually working. All right, I'm going to shut up so you can get back to the show. So, but yeah, so the question that KP just asked me, because I was like, okay, yeah, we can talk about that, but how are we going to tie it into music marketing? And he's like, well, you know, do we think that even breakdancing in total should be in the Olympics? And I'm like, well, I got my answer. And so we said our answers and we were different, which is interesting. And we have different opinions quite often, honestly, but it's interesting. So
let's transition into that there.
There we go. So yeah, like obviously the situation with the lady in Australia, it's bare minimum corruption, nepotism, and her wanting to get her, 5 minutes of fame or whatever. And at the worst case scenario, it's possibly nefarious as a motherfucker. And so there's that. And, whether breakdancing should be in the Olympics or not, that's an interesting thing. But like real quick on the music marketing though, maybe we could tie some more in as we go too.
Oh, we totally can.
Yeah, no, because I think this is an interesting topic when it comes to your brand and your presence, right? And so it's like, like I said, bare minimum, she wanted her 15 minutes of fame. So she went above and beyond to get that. Because for those of y'all who don't know, they didn't have like a regulatory commission on breakdancing in Australia for the Olympics. So she created it and ran it, and there's a lot of rumors going on. Obviously I wasn't there, but that she locked a lot of people out to make sure that she would get to the Olympics, her and like her husband and like a couple of friends or whatever, made sure that they would get in. So that's like nepotism or some shit like that, right? And which is fucked up. But she went way above and beyond and figured out how to work the system in order to get the goal she wanted, right? Whether you agree with the goal or not, that's completely up to personal opinion. However, when you think about it with music marketing, what is your goal as an artist? Well, you want fans. And in the face of that, you have the algorithm on 5 different platforms. You know, you got Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, right? On top of all the streaming platforms for music, right? Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, all that shit, right? Tidal. You got all these algorithms to go against. You have what, almost 150,000 songs uploaded every single day to streaming platforms. And then you have roughly that many artists just in your genre, probably across the planet, because more and more people are coming online, and more people, especially over in Africa, because Afro music is going crazy, like Afro beats, Afro pop, all that stuff. You know, I'm not trying to be sadistic, but you know, like Africa is really, really growing right now in the music realm, and they're all getting online. They're getting cell phones, all that kind of stuff, right? It's growing technologically, and more people. I think we're a little over 4 billion people on the internet right now, out of like 8 billion, right? And it's growing at a rapid rate, like year over year. It's staggering how many more and more people are getting online, and it's great because online, even though it has a bunch of crazy shit, it still has a lot of positive, and it has the potential. Yeah, and dude, so many doors to open, because I mean, dude, somebody over in Africa can learn how to do video editing and then go on Fiverr and start making, you know, $10 a video, which you take the currency exchange, they're making great money. You know what I'm saying? And but then over here in America, you know, they're serving to Americans or whatever. In America, that's like, oh fuck, dude, I'm that's dirt cheap. I'm basically paying nothing. And they're like, oh my god, you have no idea. You just gave me food for the week off of one video, type of thing. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. I don't know the exact exchange rate. I'm not trying to be fucked up, but you know, like that kind of shit's happening because of the internet, and it's dope. But so yeah, you have all those things to compete with, and then of course you got, you know, the myth of shadow banning and all that kind of stuff as well too, right? Or just outright bans because you violated terms of service, stuff like that. All these different things that you have in your way from getting what you want to get to, on top of just getting fans' attention, you know, which is like the baseline easy, or the easier one out of all that. All those things. So how are you going to get your Olympic moment? Are you going to cry and just hope somebody comes in and saves you? Hopes the government passes a bill that says everybody gets their opportunity in the 15 minutes of fame or whatever, you know? Oh, you get a raise in the amount per stream, the living wage for Musicians Act and stuff? Or are you going to figure out a way, regardless, to get where you need to go? Now, I personally think do it with morals, right? When you're doing that, do whatever necessary within morals, right? And you will get there. It's just not going to be easy. But that's kind of like the takeaway I think of whenever I look at the story of this person doing that in breakdancing, and tying it with music marketing. What kind of ideas did you have? We'll get the music marketing one out of the way, and then we can go into some of the more back and forth political like shit, KP. So what did you think about tying into music?
I think I could tie in. From where I'm coming from, my perspective, I can tie into the artistic perspective that I feel as far as the visual identity and things that I saw from there, and I could tie it into this conversation because just to be on the conversation of the elephant in the room with us, what we felt. He feels that the Olympics should have breakdancing. I personally don't feel it belongs in the Olympics. And here's why. And I'm gonna break down why from a marketing perspective and from the artistic visual identities part that I discussed with Harkos as well. All right. Mm-hmm. So number one, from a visual identity perspective, what I saw was just from us knowing what we know about her, about the dancer. I can't even think of her. Ray Gun. Okay.
Yeah, which is only what I got off the internet, so it may or
Yeah.
not be true.
Yeah, I can't think of her name at the moment, but at the same time, what I saw was a conceptually inauthentic brand.
Mm.
And I saw it because as I watched her dance, and I saw how she looked. I just saw the look in her eyes. And it was just like in my head, I'm just thinking like, good looking Karen is about to fucking just straight up sabotage this whole is going to sabotage the idea of
Right.
the Olympics having breakdancing. And
Right, because
so,
you what you said you saw in her eye was like she was not having fun but poking fun.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
what I
interesting
saw.
because like we have both agreed on she has
Mhm.
skill.
Yeah,
Like
she
some
does.
of the moves that she did on the Olympics were skillful, and then some of the videos that you see of her before and after the Olympics, she's got some moves. She's got rhythm, all that shit, right? But
She was able to create. Here's why I say conceptually inauthentic. Number one, well, number one, well, I won't say inauthentic because, well, actually, no, I can't say that because she's not 10 toes down for the art of breakdancing and hip hop. She's not 10 toes down for it, right? And I saw that. And number two, I saw that she was number one, she's a highly educated woman, right? Who does have a degree, who has a strong background in dance and culture, right?
clearly you can see it, yeah.
Clearly. And she's educated in it.
Mhm.
And the way I saw it was she did it in a way to make a mockery of breakdancing. And I've always, and I'm saying this growing up.
At least in the Olympics, though. Maybe not in total, right? Or do you think in total as well?
I think in total, yes. I don't, because here's the thing. If she was truly about hip hop, right?
Mhm.
If she was about the culture, if she was about breakdancing, number one, she would have allowed, if there was, because I'm sorry, but I know that there are other I know there are other break dancers from Australia that are fucking way better than her. I've seen them.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and that's
on
why I
Red
said like
Bull
she rigged the
and
shit. Yeah.
Right. I feel like she rigged it. And just because because the thing about breakdancing, and a lot of people don't realize this, but in the 80s, man, when it was really becoming a thing, a lot of people, especially those who were in corporate America, who were in, the Ronald Reagan mindsets, right? They really did not like breakdancing.
Well, yeah, the parents never liked the kids' new shit.
They
you know what I'm saying? Like it goes all the way back to the 20s. You know, you go back far. You know, it's always like that. You know,
but it
nobody
was, but
liked
hold
Elvis.
on,
you know,
but
what I'm saying
no,
that the
but
older
see,
people didn't like
but
Elvis, shit like
no,
that too.
this was different. But this was different though, man. It was different. And number one, they call Elvis the king, and this is what I'm saying. It was
the younger
different.
generation,
Like I
not
feel
the older ones, though.
Nah, bro. You don't. Okay. I'm not gonna try to get into that because you got it. And again, this is where if you're gonna say that again, this is why I feel like she purposely did it to sabotage the goddamn art.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah,
And it's the whole thing, and it's the whole thing is I've seen it come from people like that. I'm not saying all white people, but at the same time, white people with that mindset, you know them, the Arcos. You dealt with them as growing up, being in hip hop as a white kid.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
So that mindset. So just let me finish, please.
Yeah.
That mindset still that mindset is still there. It still exists. It's just now, how do you do it in a place where you know that if you don't want it to be on that stage, that national stage, because think about how long breakdancing has been out, right? And how it went through the phase of being phased out. Now and then went underground. It didn't really go phase. It phased out of the mainstream into the underground because what came about? Gangster shit, right? Quote unquote. So it phased out that positive part of what hip hop was, breaking up fights and bringing together gangs and shit like that, right?
Yeah, You Got
That
Served
was
was a really good movie talking about that as well too, like trying to keep it positive and everything like that as well. And there was a lot of other movies and stuff in the same line. And then they had that. There was that one like reality show, kind of like The Voice or whatever, but it was about dancing. That's where the Jabberwockies came from and shit. It's had its ups and downs, but yeah, I get what you're saying, 100%.
But
it's had a lot of evolution.
It's had a lot of evolution, evolution, right? But the thing is that even with, and this is why I do get frustrated when I see how every year, every generation, as we started getting into hip hop, as hip hop started growing, we started taking away, like you started seeing, like I mentioned before, about how the dance and the hip hop songs that made dances, they ended up fading out, right? Because it was taking away the joy. And now you got young people like, nigga, we sitting up in this bitch listening to murder music, right? And now I see that with her going in there she just basically did the same fucking thing. She just did it in a way where it was because she's so educated, she's smart, she's brilliant, she's smart, she's good looking, right? And she's a fucking white woman. And she was able to have that fucking power to just go in there and sabotage it. And what made it bad, she fucked it up for other white people, white kids, white B-boys and B-girls who do this shit for real. That's why I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I'm super passionate. I love dancing. Okay. And it just fucks me up the way people have taken dances, I could go to say Charlie D'Amelio, right? The way she granted she ended up showing love to the sister and everything, but this is why, here's a great marketing tip, here's a great business tip for you as dancers, okay? Guess what? Dance choreography can be copyrighted. You can copyright your dance steps, people. So if you up in your crib and you put your phone on, you making up a dance, you are able to fucking profit off of that. You copyright that. That is your dance. That is your intellectual property. Dance choreography is intellectual property. Yeah. Take it goddamn seriously, because what'll happen is that people will start taking it and they will make a mockery of it and they will fuck it up, and everything you put into that shit, every bit of your body, every bit of sweat, every bit of blood, tears, every goddamn thing you put into it, they're gonna destroy it, and don't let them do that shit.
Yeah,
don't.
Absolutely. Yep, and they're either going to destroy it for a nefarious purpose or for a selfish purpose. One of the two. Either way, it'll get destroyed if you don't protect yourself.
Yes.
Just like your music. When you create music, you need to make sure you have that shit registered as well too. Because if not, somebody will take it, they'll flip it, and they'll just minimum they'll just switch it on its head, and you'll be like, "Yo, that is not what I wanted out of that."
No,
it doesn't matter. You had no choice.
All right, y'all. Let me take a quick break right here to tell you about something that's completely fucking ridiculous. Okay, it's called HorribleDesigns.com. And I personally know the owner, and he's just as ridiculous as this whole fucking company is, okay? If you or someone you know loves stickers and mugs and shirts with crazy, outlandish sayings on them that just are designed to catch people's attention out in public and get them to laugh and point and ask you, hey, where'd you get that t-shirt, or where'd you get that sticker, when they see it on your car and stuff like that, y'all got to go check out HorribleDesigns.com. At HorribleDesigns.com, they have all kinds of ridiculous sayings on stickers and coffee mugs, t-shirts, vinyl stickers, magnets, and even mouse pads, okay? And I'm telling you, if you guys have not checked out HorribleDesigns.com, you got to go check it out, because some things are straight up great, like the American Muscle mouse pad. It's got some awesome pictures of great muscle cars if you're into cars, or you know somebody who's into muscle cars and they need some great mouse pad to have while they're on the computer working. But then they also have dumbass fucking t-shirts that say things like, "Are you staring at my ass?" with a picture of a donkey on it, or stickers that say, "Are you staring at my beaver?" with a picture of a beaver on it. Stuff like that, man. Completely ridiculous shirts and stickers, coffee mugs, everything like that. Anything that you could ever think about having just to get people's attention, make a statement out in public, and just completely be ridiculous, and to do it with some horrible designs at the exact same time. And like I said, I know the owner, so he hooked us up with a great deal where you can save right now by using the link below in the description. Whenever you go there and shop, you will not only support Music Making Sense Podcast, but you also get a great deal on any and everything that you decide to purchase every time that you use that link right there in the description below. So make sure you go check that out right now, horribledesigns.com. Use the link below in order to get good savings. Go check it out. Buy some ridiculous shit for yourself or someone you know. All right, now let's get back to the show.
You didn't.
But no, I want to say that especially for dancing, because guess what? Dancing is like music. It's an intellectual property. It's music, okay? You are dancing to music. You are creating from music, right? That dance step is an intellectual property. So you need to treat it as such. It's an asset.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And this is why I don't appreciate having breakdancing in the Olympics, because it's an art form. It's an intellectual property that a person can truly, a dancer who's out there, you may not, man, okay, school ain't good, school's not for you, you struggling, you going through things, right? And dancing is that way where you express it. And you know what, maybe you struggle with getting a job, right? Because you don't have that type of, you just can't fuck with that shit, right? But when you get out on that dance floor, or when you step out there and you hear that music, you put those headphones in and you come up with those steps. Because it's from your mind to your heart, to your body, to your soul, and you just go, and it hits your feet, and it hits every nerve in your body. It hits that CNS, that central nervous central, bro, and you just go off. That is intellectual property, because it's coming from here and here. And y'all don't understand how important that is. And you being able to visualize the steps, because those steps are that again, those are it's what I'm looking for. It's like lyrics, right? It's like your guitar riff, it's like your drum beat, right? Those steps, if you doing that shoulder roll and you do a whole new pop with it, and you know what I'm saying, that is, dude, do y'all understand? And I'm telling you right now, if you are a dancer and you coming up with these new dances, do y'all realize how much money y'all could be making off TikTok right now? Y'all can be making a fucking fortune. I'm not playing with y'all, babies. Please. And I'm stressing this. I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm getting excited. If I'm because I care when it comes to you as artists. You are dancers. You are artists. Okay, and I'm totally touching on y'all. Y'all are just as much artists as musicians are. Let me tell you right now, two things, and you and I just kind of had this little this debate, but at the same time, two people who I say besides rappers, okay, that can make your music pop: the DJ and a dancer. Out of everybody in the world, my fam, listen to me, y'all. I'm telling you now, I don't care if it's conscious hip-hop, trap, it doesn't matter. When they hear that beat and they can move to that shit, let me tell you something. I don't care if you Rhapsody, I don't care if you JPEG Mafia, I don't care if you 50 Cent, I don't care if you the Baby, I don't give a damn who you are. Nicki Minaj, Flo Milli, okay? I don't care. You Tom McDonald's white bread chicken shit ass. All right? Guess what? When you hear that beat drop, nigga, everybody knows you can, when you dance to that shit, I'm telling you now, you right now, as a dancer, you, bro, You do not understand. You don't realize how much of a fortune you can make, my loves, if you choreograph and you register your dances through copyrights. All right. And number two, if you want to trademark, number one, you come up with a name for your LLC. Okay. Because why? You are now considered a dance company. If you are a choreographer, if you come up with dances, you don't need a degree, sugar. You don't. Now, if you decide to go and get a degree, okay, good for you. But let me tell you right now, sugar, you don't need a degree. If you come up with dances, you go and you record them and you rent you a studio. You go rent you a dance studio and you rent it out for a couple days and you record yourself with your phone and you get those dances down packed and you come up with a name for them. And then you go and you register those dances and you make sure that you copyright, go send it through the copyrights. All right. And you trademark your name. You trademark your dance steps. Trademark them shits, okay? Name them and copyright them and trademark them. Mm-hmm. Okay? Dancers, you can make a fortune right now just off of TikTok. I'm not kidding. Because that's where you make that. Where do you think all them dance? What do you think people going to do? What do you think they're going to do? Right now, Snapchat too. I'm telling y'all right now, Snapchat is popping when it comes to dancing. All right? Shout out to my man, Rap Juggernaut. I'm kind of getting that spirit of me in him. Shout out to you, Rap Juggernaut. Cheat codes, y'all. But I'm serious because he's talking, and I'm saying this because he's talked about this before, right? Because he asked him and Wendy were asking about it on him, Wendy, and Ferrari. Shout out to the cheat code. They were asking about dancing, and I went and did some research on it, and I was on Instagram and I had shared it on Instagram about how dancing is yes, your dance steps are, and your choreography, those can be copyrighted, right? And they are intellectual property. So that's why when I'm thinking about it and just that whole thing with it being in the Olympics, and what saddens me is that when I'm seeing how Snoop Dogg was really enjoying, because there were some amazing breakdancers at the Olympics, right? But here's what I'm hoping that'll happen for them. And this is what I'm going to give to you guys, okay? Again, if y'all want to make money, if y'all want to monetize and make a career out of this, babies, straight up, go and record them at a studio or in your home. But but I would definitely go to a studio so that way you can have the mirror, right?
Right.
And then once you record them, okay, name the dance. Name that dance. Also, come up with an instructive video of how to do those dances. Shout out to Amase the King, straight from Africa. This brother's been showing us how to do the butterfly, and this dance. I'm sitting there watching this young brother do this dance, and I'm like, my black ass gonna get that motherfucker. I don't give a damn, right? Because I love that dance, dude. I'm not playing with y'all, okay? But at the same time, but see, him being able to do that, he's killing it online. I truly hope that he's done those things like the registering his steps and stuff like that, because I'm telling you right now, he's killing it online. You know how many people are just watching him? There's another young man who goes out and he dancing on Instagram. I'm serious, y'all. Dancing. If you are a dancer right now, y'all, please do those steps right there. That's it. It's simple. Y'all don't have to do much else. Okay? Record your dance steps. Come up with the name, copyright, send them through copyright.gov, and trademark them. That's all you have to do. And trademark your company.
Yep.
Your name, your style, what you call your day. If you are like, there's a crew, varsity crew, right? They're a dance troupe. My man, shout out to Kane. He has an LLC for varsity crew, Right? So if he comes up with dances, boom. I'm telling y'all, dancing, y'all really just learn from this, man. I'm serious. Learn from this one because straight up, guys, you can make it's so easy for y'all. Y'all will make a fortune, every single one of you.
Can I get an amen?
Well,
You had like mad preacher vibes there for a little bit, bro. I wanted so bad. I was saving that. Can I get an amen? I want to say exactly.
Boy, with the touch today on that one, baby. Yes,
exactly.
Whew, man.
And I had to hit you with a sound effect too because I never do that shit. But no, absolutely, man, absolutely. And you know that passion right there is what a lot of people have passion for in the art of breakdancing. You know what I'm saying? And so the way I see it is when I think breakdancing should be in the Olympics
Explain why, bro.
because
Excuse me.
it is a form of gymnastics, but to music. And if we have all the different gymnastics on the horizontal pole and on the
floor exercises, because they throw on the music, they be getting down,
the rings, the ice dancing shit, all that kind of stuff, I see it as that too. And that style of dancing came from a very predominant worldwide culture now, right? Hip hop is a culture, a worldwide culture now, right? It didn't start worldwide, but it has become worldwide. Everybody all over the world, and that's what the Olympics are for. Us all competing in a culture of friendly competition with different cultural sports, right? You know, because cricket's there. I've never played that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not from Indiana, right? Basketball's from Indiana. They had that there too, right? And then they got fucking football and ice hockey and fucking, you know, the Jamaican bobsled team was probably there and shit from fucking Cool Runnings. and you know what I'm saying?
That's Winter Olympics though, dude.
That's whatever. But anyway, they got the Jamaicans there. They're doing it in the summer. Fuck it. And
they be killing it in track.
Right. No, I know.
The
Yeah,
Jamaicans
track.
Be
yeah.
killing it in track, boy.
Yeah,
Shit.
the cross country shit where the Kenyans win every year, you know, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But like all these different elements of different sports that started in one place across the world. You know, table tennis apparently started in China, and where you got all these things that across the world from different cultures. That's what the Olympics was for. I mean, technically it was made from Hitler trying to do his one world government, but besides that, right? Like besides the bad part, you know, like the positive part about it. And so that's why I see breakdancing as being a thing, because it's just like those other forms of gymnastic or you know, the figure skating and stuff like that. And it is a sport. It's highly competitive. I mean, like I said, you got served all these other movies that have been about the competition. They've had competitions for forever. I mean, how do you get to be the B-girl of fucking Queens or the B-boy of fucking Bronx or the B-boy of fucking Staten Island or whatever, you know what I'm saying? All this kind of shit, right?
Facts.
Where does all that come from? That's all from competition, friendly competition. And like you said, get rid of the murder music gangster shit and bring back healthy competition shit, you know, stuff that actually progresses society instead of degenerates it, you know, stuff like that. That's where I think it should be there. And, you know, even before we got on, whenever you said, hey, I could kind of see the malice in her eyes and her just making fun of it, even before, you know, the sermon that you just went on, right? Even just at a base level, I'm not even making fun of you either, but no, even at a base level, yeah, you could see in her eyes, she wasn't having fun. She was more making fun, especially the kangaroo move, right? But like me and you had said, some of the moves that she had made, it's like, oh, she knows what she's doing. And so that's why I'm like, hey, there could be all the malice that you just talked about, right?
Right.
There could be all of that. It's possible. Some people fucking suck, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, bare minimum, in my eyes, it was for her getting her shine and her attention. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, it has had
not realizing what it cost her. because
Yeah, what
they
it could
gave her
cost-
0. They
Yeah,
gave her
or-
0 points.
or
on
what
that
it could
shit.
cost other people. Because see, selfish people, they don't necessarily think about what this will or won't cost me. Because
Right.
in the end, we're talking about her. A music
Yeah,
marketing
good point.
podcast is talking about some fucking bouncy bitch who needs to be bouncing on a cock instead of a dance floor.
Oh my
Instead of
God!
talking
no,
about music
no,
marketing.
We're gonna
You know what I'm
get flagged
saying?
for that on fucking YouTube. Damn you, man!
Dude, we haven't got a flag yet. It'll be our first one. That's good. But anyway, like I don't know how we haven't got a flag yet, but whatever. We'll see.
We haven't.
That one's either going to
And
get
we're
it
not-
or the joke
Well,
I made at the beginning is going to get it. One of the two
Yeah.
on this episode. But they
All right, y'all. I just want to take a quick break right here to tell you about something hot and spicy. And no, I'm not talking about that Latina thing that you saw on Tinder the other day. I'm talking about hot sauce. And not just any hot sauce, but Tennessee Hot Sauce Co. All right? I personally know the owner of Tennessee Hot Sauce Company, and I've seen him grow this company from just something that he would sell a few bottles at the local farmer's market to something that can ship all across the United States now, all right? And you guys have a unique opportunity right now to save 20% by using the code MMCPOD when you check out on any order over at Tennessee Hot Sauce Company's website. All right, that's tnhotsauceco.com. Make sure y'all go check them out and use the code MMCPOD over at checkout and save 20%. You guys got to check this out. All right, they have all kinds of great flavors. My personal favorite is poblano jalapeno. It has a mild kick to it because I'm a little bit of a bitch when it comes to spices, but it has great flavor. I put it on all kinds of stuff. I put it on steaks. I put it on burgers when I'm cooking them. I put it on tacos and enchiladas, stuff like that as well too. But I've tried many of these other flavors like the garlic habanero and the honey habanero, the blood orange ghost, and the pineapple habanero. Now the pineapple habanero was one that really snuck up on me because it had a great sweet flavor of the pineapple, and it wasn't nothing overbearing, but it had a very good flavor to it. And then all of a sudden, boom, I got hit in the ass with a habanero, and I had to go grab some milk. All right, but these are some great flavors, and they have all kinds of different options. They have the collection, which has the full lineup of all 6 of their most popular sauces. They also have different subscription boxes. You have a 3-sauce option, a 4-sauce option, yearly and bi-yearly options available as well too for the boxes. Then you also have all kinds of other new flavors that they have that I've never tried yet. I actually got to get that shipment in here soon of the barrel-aged whiskey and the mustard dill scorpion. Those are 2 that look very interesting, and I want to try them out. One thing I did try is one of their new options that they have here, which is the poblano jalapeno beef jerky. But like I said, I love the poblano jalapeno sauce, and whenever I tried this jerky, no bullshit, I ate the whole bag before I can even sit down and shoot this promo right here, all right? And so luckily, I know the owner, like I said, so I got another bag on the way, but y'all gotta go check it out. And he also told me they got some more flavors coming out of the jerky as soon as they get operations up and running on that brand new venture right there, all right? So again, make sure y'all go over tnhotsauceco.com, use promo code MMCPOD at checkout and save 20% on your order. And on top of that, orders $50 and over are free shipping in the United States. So again, make sure you go check this out. Small batch, small brand, but powerful flavors. Tennessee Hot Sauce Company. Now, let's get back to the show.
the thing is like, like I said, she was selfish for some reason, right? She stacked the deck to where she got to the Olympics. She created the organization. Okay, like I said, her creating the organization, all love.
Right.
Her knowing how to dance well, learning how to dance like that, all love. Her stacking the deck to where she made it to the Olympics, that's fucked up. If she did it out of malice to make a mockery of some shit, even more fucked up. Because, it's just like I was telling you before the show. It's just like in the movie The Other Guys, where Mark Wahlberg's character is in the ballet studio or whatever, and he's being completely ridiculous, acting like it's a strip club. It's hilarious.
Mhm.
But he does all the dance moves. Like, you think I can't do these dance moves? And like he does it, and they're like, oh my God, it's amazing. He's like, yeah, I learned how to do that to make fun of the kids down the street. And it's like, what? You learn how to dance really good to make fun of people?
Yeah.
That's a comedy, right? He's being ridiculous in that comedy. But sometimes there are people who get
You
like
didn't realize,
that.
yeah, there are
And-
people like that.
And maybe maybe, what about this case too? There's all kinds of different cases, obviously, but what about this case? She always loved watching breakdancing. She learned how to breakdance because she loved it, but she was cast out from the place she wanted to be a part of for whatever reason. Maybe not race, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she laughs inappropriately or something. You know what I'm saying? You never know, right? She just may be weird socially. Or
kind of socially awkward.
Or the thing is where she never could make it doing breakdancing because she's in Australia. She didn't live in fucking Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She, something like that. She feels all kinds of malice against it. So she's like, if I can't have it, no one can. But she didn't realize she got to the Olympics for her country. You know what I'm saying? So if it was out of malice, if I can't have it, no one can type of malice, right? Not because of like, fuck everybody in this culture malice, but like, if I can't have it, no one can. Bitch, you just got there. Like, if you would have gotten all 10s instead of all 0s, then you would have been just as famous. You just wouldn't have been a laughing stock. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe some people would have been heavily criticizing how she danced, like, how the fuck did she get 10s? But at the same time, like,
maybe.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, haters going to hate sometimes too. But, so that's why I'm saying, like, it could be extreme malice where she just doesn't like the fact that breakdancing is in the Olympics and she wants to shut it down, and maybe making a mockery of it and making it a laughing stock could do it. Possible. Maybe she, stacked the deck to get there out of her own self-interest for some reason. Looks a lot like that, definitely, bare minimum, right? Because I mean, she did stack the deck. But either way, like, whatever her intentions was, she figured out a way to get there. And even though I don't like how she did it, the art of figuring out a way to get what you want is something that I always take pride in myself, and I always try to have other people try to figure out in their own way. And like I said, with morals, right? Not with what she did, right? Where either she was making a laughing stock of it intentionally or stacking the deck just so she could get up there. One of the two. Neither one of those things are morals, right? And so, but like you said, very intelligent. She took all that time to learn how to dance. And because like I said, in other videos that I've seen of her and stuff like that, like there's this one video I saw earlier where they were talking about how she stacked the deck or whatever. They were showing clips of her dancing in other situations besides that. And I'm like, she's good. She got the move, she got the rhythm and all the swagger and the facial expressions and all that shit. Like, she got it down to a decent amount, right? Maybe she felt self-conscious that she couldn't beat anybody that was there, anybody else in her country. She had to stack the deck so she could get there. Self-interest. It's fucking poison, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
jealousy and envy is a poison.
I get that, but at the same time,
I
like,
do think it should be in the Olympics. Yeah, I get what you're saying, 100%, dude, and that is fucked up. Either way, it's a fucked up situation, right? She either intentionally or unintentionally made a mockery of the fucking art, right? And it's not just a sport; it's an art. She intentionally or unintentionally made a mockery of it, and then she, bare minimum, intentionally rigged the game so she could get up there and have her limelight. So either way, none of it is good. And then, like you said, she quite possibly made such a mockery of it that it could possibly not be in the next Olympics.
Oh, it's not going to be. They already said it.
Which is fucked up, but we still have plenty of time to change that, right? Us here at Music Making Sense Podcast and all 10 of our fans, we can make this happen. We can bring it back, all right? But what I'm saying is, it's like, time can change, right? And
because it's 2028 when the next one is, which is
that's 4 years away, bro. I mean, that's plenty of time for literally anything to happen. I mean, anything from World War to world famine. I mean, anything could fucking happen, right? And but no, I do think it should be in the Olympics. I mean, don't they have some other kinds of dancing in there? Like, am I confusing?
Synchronized swimming, like synchronized swimming.
Yeah, that's a form of dancing.
Okay, but you know what? I started thinking about after what you were saying, just certain things that you pointed out. Yeah, I can definitely see where those factors, like when it comes to the gymnastics, the rhythmic gymnastics, as we could call it, the athleticism it does require to be a breakdancer. I mean, bro, like, You know,
Some of
you
that
got to
shit,
be in
yeah.
there, and you got and the conditioning, like just
Mhm.
the practice, the
Like
choreography
you're as
itself.
fit as a soccer player,
Yeah,
you
you
know.
are. You really are.
I mean, to be
You
able to
know,
stand on
to
one
stand on
hand and
one
stuff like
hand.
that, and then like move around, like still in a handstand, but like move your legs all the way around you
Yeah,
and
the
maintain all that balance.
calisthenics. Yeah, the
Like the core
calisthenics.
strength too. It's
Yeah,
like, whoo,
these guys
fuck.
they're
You know,
strong.
like you're an athlete.
Yeah, you
You know what I'm
are.
saying? So bare minimum is, like I said, it's an art, but it's also a sporty art at the same time. You know, it's not
The
like
way they
painting.
dress
You know what I'm
and the
saying?
way they
Yeah,
have to dress, like they have to be, you can't be
loose.
you can't break dance in no damn suit unless you got one of the new
No.
modern suits where it stretches. But even then,
With
you
the
ain't trying to do
spandex in
that,
it. Yeah, no, I don't think
right?
you can do that either. I mean,
But
you could probably try, but you
you
could
could
rip your
try.
ass a little bit.
Yeah. But at the same, but yeah, man, like the way they dress, the whole aesthetic with the shoes, type of shoes they wear, the sweats and things like that. Yeah, you
Mhm.
could definitely qualify it a as a sport.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's
So
got a lot of
okay,
athleticism.
so now that
Mhm.
you've said that, I can, you
So
know
that's why I
what,
think in general it should be in. I mean,
it could be in. Yeah,
especially like I said, with hip hop being a worldwide culture, from America to North America to South America to Europe to Asia,
yeah,
Africa. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's embracing, all the elements of hip hop as a culture, not just as the music portion, but DJing and breakdancing and fucking
b-boy and
graffiti
yup,
art,
b-boy and
like
girly.
graffiti art. Like, come on, bro, like all that kind of shit, and then the hip hop art portion of it, which, dude, they Indian hip hop artists have the most swagger that I've ever fucking seen, bro. Those motherfuckers in India, the hip hop videos over there, yo, man, it's interesting because there's this whenever I'm doing like Grubhub and Uber Eats and shit like that on like the weekends, I go in this one Indian restaurant. And sometimes they'll have like Indian hip hop up on the TV or whatever, like music videos and shit. And I'm like, yo, like they got swagger like in the Indian style too. It's crazy because like they got some of the people have the Sikh turban and shit, and then like they got like rifles in the shape, but it's like a hunting rifle type of thing, but it looks gangster as shit. Kind of looks like an AK, but not really. It's a little longer. And then they got like these big ass Range Rovers and shit like type things over there and everything. And then of course, what I'm saying, a lot of Indian guys, especially if they're the like darker ones, then they have like their beard can get so
Beards, yeah.
crazy and like they get it on point, literally to a point sometimes. Like those motherfuckers look like swagged out like crazy.
Even
That's
I
not
know
an Indian culture thing. That's the
yeah.
hip hop culture infusing itself everywhere.
Yeah, I even know I met this one, she's beautiful, Suvi. Met her at met her at the road rally last year, and I've been really keeping ties with her, keeping tabs on her and stuff. And dude, she is dope.
Mm-hmm.
She's got this song called Dopamine Flow that's like one of my favorites, man. And like her music, like when you look at her, like she's hella like a beautiful woman, man. But I didn't think of her as a rapper, right? Like, but then, man, I started looking at her. So I go on her profile, her Spotify and shit, man, and I'm like, and just and as much, and she's got a lot of music out there in sync too. Like she syncs a lot of music in India. Like she's gotten a lot of her shit on there, man.
It's an emerging market too,
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
it
It's like we were
is.
talking about with all the Afro beats and Afro pop and all the, I'm saying, it sounds fucked up, but all the Afro shit going on, what I'm saying? Because like they have, like, Africa's got their own style of everything. They're Afro in front of everything. You know what I'm saying?
But also,
it just sounds fucked up when a white guy says it.
But also that influence of hip hop that also that came into later play with Africa as well.
It's coming hard right now, dude.
Yeah, it's really going
so
hard.
insane. It's awesome. You know what I'm
Even
saying?
like there's metal, like even like there's a
Mhm.
metal scene going on in Africa, man. Like
everything,
there's
because they're getting exposed with the internet. It exposes you to all possibilities of culture, and so instead of America being the melting point that it used to be, the internet is like the ultimate melting point. Like the ultimate melting point, because
melting
you
pot.
could be in one place on the planet and you can view somebody completely on the opposite side, from an opposite culture and an opposite language, everything like that, and you can see that there's something they're doing and go, yo, that's awesome, I want to get involved in that. And it's like nowhere in your fucking area. But you got YouTube University, and you can go and you can fucking start learning how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like in China, they see somebody pop, lock, and drop, and they're like, oh shit. They see somebody doing breakdancing shit, and they're like, oh shit, I want to learn how to do that. And then
It was a
fucking learn
guy
how to
from
do
the
that.
Philippines that I think it was he was from the Philippines that started that. Or no, was it a brother? Or was no, it was a brother that started the trend. But then what happened was that this dude started doing the taping up the this dude from the Philippines. He taped up the phone on the ceiling, and that the JID song, that surround sound song.
Oh yeah.
That started pop. And here's the crazy part. That song was out. I think someone said that song was out about at least a year or two before it really started popping.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it was that TikTok moment where that TikTok that went viral with the phone being tapped up on the wall, on the ceiling,
Yep.
and they started dancing to it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that all of a sudden that Joker started people started mimicking it, and went viral.
Exactly. And I think it was like a year or so ago, maybe a little over a year ago, I was listening to that song, and I picked up my kids from work or whatever, and I was listening to it in the car, and when my kids got in, he was like, oh yeah, I know this song, I made an edit to it or whatever. And like, he makes anime music video edits, you know what I'm saying, with his whole little community of friends and shit like that, they do it and everything. And I'm just like, really? And he's like, yeah, like it, like the part with not with JID, but with the other dude. Can't remember his name off the top of my head, but the part with the other dude is
the one you were talking about.
No, not that one. No, the JID surround sound song. You know what I'm saying? And because it's JID and somebody else. But
21 Savage.
Yeah, but exactly, and like that started fucking go. He was doing edits to that and shit like that. Like, it went everywhere, but it was because of the creative content, you know. And that's one thing that you always want to try to tap in as well too, to tie it in with music marketing, just like what you said with the taping the thing on the ceiling and dancing to any song can start popping if it just has the right video. If it has the right creative element to it that creates the creativity spark in all kinds of people to do all these other things. Because that dude who liked to dance, he taped the thing on the ceiling, he danced to that song. It got it going in the realm of the internet where people like watching dance videos. But then it also went over to my, at that time, 15-year-old kids who like anime and who make fucking music videos with anime cuts out of anime cartoons to specific songs, and it went in that fucking circle as well too. And I guarantee it probably went over in the gamer circle as well too, with them taking clips.
And guess what? You speaking of that, Megan Thee Stallion just came out with a song where she's speaking, I think it's Japanese, and she's using anime. It's like Kashiwata. Something like stop. She and there's a dance to it already, and that shit's popping.
Yep, and I guarantee it's gonna start floating around in the anime music video area as well too. Or just some people who like anime, like the girls who do cosplay, fucking modeling, dance shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
it's already done. It's already gotten to the WWE. It was Zelina Vega, Dakota Kai, and who else is doing the dance with her? Shit. It was a guy. I can't think who it was, but
Brock
it was
Lesnar.
No, hell no.
Undertaker.
No, it was way younger.
I know. I'm just thinking of like the most farthest away from Stone Cold.
No, but like it started that dance is starting to pick up, and it was because she's a lover of anime, right? So now people are, and there are guys going on here, like there's this one kid nerd, like blurred kid, black kid nerd, right? You know, and he's going out there like yes, black nerd. But he's like doing this, he's kind of like Urkel-ish kind of vibe, but he's now like, he puts himself like he looks down, and he's like got the vision of like with Megan Thee Stallion of her talking about being in anime, and he does a breakdown about it, like how black nerds, your blurs are now becoming part, and how important the culture is and things like that, right? Now he's raising that awareness, but able to use that as his as his hook.
Mm-hmm.
Right, he uses that
Absolutely.
right as his hook, guys. So
Yep.
yeah, so like, so just, I mean, you know what, dude? This is a, you know, you were
What's-
sitting there thinking about how
Yeah.
this topic would turn out, but dude, this is really a great
It's a good
fucking
one.
topic
And
because
you know
just
what's
the way you
interesting?
can just.
All right, y'all. I just want to hop in here again real quick. Yes, I know again, but you know what? We rock with a lot of people here, and a lot of people rock with us here at Music Making Sense Podcast. So I got to tell you about all these great people, all right? And this one right here, right now, is Mad K Studios, all right? Go check them out, madkstudios.com. Mad K is a dope artist, man. This guy can draw or paint almost anything, okay? He really, really specializes in, like, portrait arts for memorialization of your favorite car or a family member or a loved one or something like that. All right. Full commission artwork, no copy and paste shit or nothing like that. All right. Custom designs. If you want it, make sure you go hit up madkstudios.com for your custom art piece. And you can even go check out some of the pieces that he's done for freelance and stuff like that. And you can also get it on a shirt. He's got coffee mugs and mouse pads and all kinds of other decorative pieces of artwork that you can go and check out as well too. So if you're a connoisseur of art, you're looking for a nice piece of knickknack or something like that around the house, or if you want a custom artwork designed for a loved one or something that's cherished in your life that you want memorialized in an actual painting, a real painting, make sure you go check out madkstudios.com. Let them know Harco's over at Music Making Sense Podcast sent you. All right, let's get back to the show.
With you talking about blurs and anime and shit like that, right?
Mhm.
That's interesting because so we're recording this on the 13th of August or whatever, right?
Yes.
But the video that I just recorded, so it's a Tuesday. So the video
Mhm.
I just recorded yesterday that'll come out. So I just recorded on the 12th. Today's the 13th. It'll come out on the 15th.
The 15th. Okay.
Yeah. I actually talked about this one artist that I was talking with about music marketing and shit like that about a year or so ago, who is he signified himself as a black dude in the hood who loves anime, right? No, I think he said ghetto ass black dude in the hood. Either way, right?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying define all characteristics, and I was like, you need to run with that.
Yeah.
But he was so focused on, but my neighborhood, and I'm like, fuck your goddamn neighborhood, bro. We were talking about the internet. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, he's
and it would the internet.
got
The
into it a
internet
little
would
bit,
get.
but yeah.
Here's the thing. And what he didn't realize is that the internet would get to it before the hood would.
And it would save his ass too.
And it
You
would
know what I'm
save
saying?
his ass because
Then they'd be like, "Oh man, you're
oh
the one
shit,
going
I know that
viral for
nigga.
that
Yeah.
shit?" Yeah.
Oh nigga, he lived down the street from us.
Mhm.
Right? That whole thing. Bro, yeah, you gotta learn.
Exactly.
You gotta learn.
But
gotta learn how to do that.
self-consciousness fucks
But
you
I think that's where
sometimes, you know what I'm
coaching
saying?
but that's where, but again,
Mhm.
and for those of you guys who are interested, I just want to start. I want to start getting back into coaching, like, and I want to start helping you guys, like, with that, getting over that anxiety, because I think that's so. Because I mean, you just touched on something, right? Like
Mhm.
that, which does, especially for Black artists who are different, like you're saying, right? That is
Like you, fuck,
it's
you
a
went
scary.
through it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went through it, and that
Yeah.
is that's a very scary place to be. So, like, when you have those type of artists, dude, please send them over my way, because I think that me being able to get in to help them psychologically say, hey, look, I totally get where you coming from, young brother, sister, but
Mhm.
hey, let me just talk to you. Let me kick some knowledge to you guys and help y'all understand that, hey, if you go through the internet first,
Mhm.
all right, this is what's gonna happen, and then just be, you know, I can throw
Right,
that
yeah,
rap, right?
Exactly,
Because they'll be
exactly.
like, because then they'll be
But
like, you
it
know
could
what,
do
dang,
that.
man, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, because
I
you
mean,
can
just
do
like
totally
being
like
a
that.
white dude in hip hop, it's more okay now. But you know, like how I grew up and shit like that. Like if I would have started spitting my shit on the internet, and then people found out that I was into hip hop and I wanted to fucking rap and everything
Mhm.
like that in my area, it would have been different.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like we talked about in here before. It's the same reason I have an instinctive reflex to hate Eminem, because when people found out I liked hip hop and that I wanted to rap, they're like, oh, you trying to be Eminem? No, fuck that guy. I had no connection to him anyway. Like the stuff that he talks about in his music, I had no connection to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, fuck that man right there, Pac. I had more connection to that motherfucker than I did anything Eminem ever fucking put out. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that happens. And that's
honestly,
the thing.
I think
and that's
Royce
the
should have
beauty.
got way more fame than Eminem did. But
Yeah.
that's a different story.
But see, that's the thing. Like, I feel like that's one thing that, when it comes to, when you think about marketing, like a marketing aspect, right? From there, you look at it like, hey, there's that looking at demographics, right? You have a demographic of white kids who feel the same way you do, or white people who do feel like, look, man, I'm not down with that shit. Like today, I was watching YouTube, and I was watching Jay Nolan. Shout out to Jay Nolan, and he was talking about the interview that John B had. John B, if you guys are familiar with John B, he's a white R&B singer back in about the 90s. He did the song Are You Still Down with Rest in Peace Pac, and he had the song Don't Listen to What People Say. They were the jams. And he touched on some things, and one of the things he touched on in particular, which got a lot of people up in air, was him saying that he felt like Chloe Bailey and Gunna used his sample, the sample of Don't Listen to. Oh no, they don't know about this here. That's the song. They don't know about this. That's the name of the song. But it's that, don't listen to what people say. They don't know about that one.
It was a white dude?
Yeah, that's a white boy, nigga. Yeah, nigga.
I remember that song. I thought it was like Drew Hill or some shit.
No, that was him. That was him. That's him still.
All right.
That's John B right there. But
All
he said that he felt like he didn't like how they used Gunna and Chloe. He felt like they made a ratchet record. I haven't listened to it. Right. He said I wasn't down with that ratchet record. He also brought up about how he felt about Justin Timberlake. He was like, I'm not feeling where Justin's going. He was like, you don't need to be selling your soul, because he feel like he's going on some demonic shit, right? That's what he was saying. Now, me, I haven't seen anything. I'm gonna go check it out.
Right,
because
you just repeat what somebody else said. Yeah.
Right. And I want to definitely check these two out to see what he's talking about, just so I can, if it would be a great topic to talk about it. So, but he was saying that, and a lot of people got into an uproar, especially black folks, with the word that he used, ratchet. But it's like, here's my take on that. All right. Yeah. Number one, and I'm speaking from the culture, right, of black people who are in R&B. And a lot of black folks were really on his side about this too, as well. A lot of black women were like, "No, I totally agree with him about the about what he said about Chloe's and
about the
Gunna's record." Yeah. He didn't say they were ratchet. He said the music that they were making with that sample, he felt it was ratchet, right? And people got up in, like I said, got up in arms. But here's my take on that. Number one, he has a right to speak on that. Number one, because they are using his music. They're using his sample, right? Exactly. So he has a right to speak on that. Yep. He's even spoken about Robin Thicke. He said, "I like your music," but he was like, "Y'all know you and JT, pretty much. JT and Robin know that, they got a little bit of that sauce from John B. Right. Yes, I know, Robin, your dad, Alan Thicke, was the one who made Different Strokes. He wrote that theme song, and your father has a lot of soul. We get that. But I don't think for him with John B, I don't think John B was using the concept of the blue-eyed soul philosophy in order to make that point. I don't think he was, and he wasn't saying that those two are ratchet. I mean, he said to, for him to
even
say,
even if he did, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But
okay. He's not saying something horribly derogatory, because people say that about anything. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. He came from a certain culture, but it's a word describing something.
To me, here's the problem with that. And here's the thing I say with that. Number one, You put the goddamn word out there like that. Right? And I'm speaking to us as black people. When we start making up these words, guess what? We put it out there, damn it.
It's
and we
gonna
start
get
saying
taken.
it.
I mean,
and it's gonna be
yeah.
taken. And when you start saying it around your white friends, goddamn it, right? You know goddamn good well they're gonna ask, what the hell are you saying? And when they figure out, and you know us, we're gonna sit there and goddamn give you the goddamn definition of it. And then we're gonna end up, and then now everybody's saying it. And now we're like, oh man, see, that's the problem. No, dog, that's just like the N-word. Like, nigga, we got it from white folks, and we just lessened the blow. So come on, guys, let's start. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know, like, it's like we know when it comes to language, especially slang, especially when it becomes slang. And being that hip-hop has had the influence on that as far as lingo, as language, right? It's built a culture around almost education. Nigga, we got dictionaries, urban dictionary. E40 got a goddamn dictionary, nigga.
Which he needs one though, because it's hard to understand that motherfucker.
Right, hey, but guess what?
Yep.
Look at how, and then you got motherfuckers, they be trying to they had, dude, you know how much money he made from that shit? Because everybody want to have that type of language from like an E40. They want that
Snoop.
lingo.
Every time, he calls everybody nephew and all that kind of stuff. Like every fucking lingo he's ever fucking popularized, whether he came up with it or not. Everything. And see, that's the thing, is like, even if he was calling them ratchet, right? Okay, and like, are they or are they not? That's where the question should be. Not, are you allowed to say it or are you not? It's like,
and here's the sad, okay, and the sad part is that, okay, and I feel like,
but like you said, said, it's his music.
It's his music.
They're using it. Can he fucking speak his piece about it?
And
they got free expression. Can he?
Right. And number two, he's very much accepted in the culture because he lives by the rules of what R&B is. He said it's a genre of music that speaks about love. He said he knows it comes from black people. He's like, and they were speaking about love. They were speaking about unity. They were speaking about being able to get through hard times. Right. Yeah, exactly. Getting through hard times, making sure, hey man, when your lady or your person that you love is crying, you got to shoulder the crown, relaxing. Hey, we don't need to be listening to all this crazy shit. Let's listen to some music to where we can that we can relax. We can have a sip of wine, have a decent conversation. Wind down.
A sip of wine, a cool old time. Yeah,
exactly. Right. And that's what he's saying. Like, and he was like saying that it just seems like with a lot of the R&B, and I understand that psychologically, like when you listen to like Bryson Tiller and those guys, like they were going through some things and it became more introverted. Right. And I don't personally find anything wrong with that. I think that, and I felt like a lot of the like Bryson Tillers, those guys, I think what they were trying to do was that because it became so overbearing, with King Von, rest his soul, but like with King Von and all these other cats, the Baby and them, right? I think for guys like Black and Tyson and Bryson Tiller, they kind of like, and Khalid, it put them in a state of depression. And a lot of them, even like I feel like with Earl Sweatshirt, right? And they were feeling like, okay, I don't want to express myself like that. That's not how I feel. That's not me. But at the same time, I got to compete with all this shit and I can't just be myself. And I felt like that with Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper felt like that too, right?
Yep.
So...
And that's why I tell them, like, no, be yourself. You will stand out.
But it's hard. But
it's
hard, especially with. Well, here's the thing: it's difficult when you're dealing with demographics, and just like again when we talk about the Olympics, right? And where I to see where you're saying how. It has about it being a competition and how it's done, right? But at the same time, like I just feel that if people would start respecting the origins and where it comes, the struggle that it had to go through in order for it to become, to become recognized in the world like it is, then my thing is just show the fucking respect for it, man. Like,
there's a lot of people that do. Even, and one thing I found too is, even if people don't know the struggle and the history, but they love the thing, I mean, that's still showing love. I mean, love is love.
I agree.
The way I see,
do
you know
agree.
what I'm saying?
I agree,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
don't make. But at the same time,
but
don't make a mockery of it.
No, because that's not love. Right?
No,
Exactly. No, and and bare minimum on the Olympic thing. One thing, like I told you when you sent me that clip, one thing that it shows, man, is that white people want to show that they know how to dance too. Okay, and that lady wanted to show that she knew how to dance too. All right.
I definitely.
What's Shock G had the Humpty Hump, excuse me, and Shock G had the Humpty Hump, and she had the kangaroo jump. Okay, so everybody's got their thing, and God, I hope I find a fucking Shock G song with her doing that goddamn hop
Oh my
video
God.
somewhere. If not, I'm gonna fucking make it tonight. I'm gonna get my kids to help me with that shit or something.
Oh my
Fuck,
goodness.
Just remember, oh, do me, baby, and she's like fucking doing the fucking hop thing. Yo, come on, bro. But you gotta make fun of it and do positive stuff, man. Get Shock G's estate some fucking plays. Come on now. And
rest your soul, Shock.
absolutely, man. But yeah, it's interesting, and it's a lot of complex shit. But in general, yeah, everything that we said,
I could definitely see it. I could definitely see it becoming now that you've, I can definitely see where it can be a sport.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, and what's really interesting too is that I was on a call with an artist that I work with over in the UK, and he was telling me about Welsh culture, right, in Wales and shit like that. And apparently, in like the 1600s, one of his ancestors, like they used to have. It's really interesting, but apparently they used to have essentially rap battles, but with poetry, like poem battles. And one of his ancestors like won like a championship or whatever with it or something like that. It's weird.
Wow.
But I'm sitting there, I'm like, and he's like, because he loves hip hop. Like he teaches workshops and shit. Like this dude's insane about it, right? And like I said, over in the UK. But he was like, man, I just thought that was nuts that one of my ancestors and stuff like that was doing basically a rap battle, but in those days, like, his poetry or whatever. And he had like some like long poem or whatever and stuff. And, it was all in Welsh and stuff. And like, so like cultural competition on doing art forms has always been a thing that we do as humans, all over the place. And so I think, having that as an art form of a culture on the worldwide stage in worldwide friendly competition, I think it's positive. Yeah, you're gonna have people that fucking do stupid shit like that fucking Aussie chick, but
Ray Gun.
But think about all the people who competed to get to represent their country, and then all the people who represent their country and competed as well too. Like, she was one out of thousands, if not more, right? So you got to think about all the thousands. And you got to think about all the thousands of people who competed for the opportunity to represent their country, and then also competed while they were representing their country. Like, all those people, man,
right,
who had a love for an art form that 90% of the countries involved had no origins to. You know what I'm saying? But they have such a passion for it and a dedication like that to fucking be a B-boy and B-girl. That's dedication like a motherfucker.
Facts.
Like, so much dedication, man. That's like I'm not taking my Ritalin so I can dance all day dedication, okay? Like, that's some crazy shit, right? You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
you nuts for that one, man.
Like, right. But like you said, the physical shit that goes into it, man. Like the gymnastics, knowing as well as knowing how to contort and move your body and everything like that.
Handstands, head spins, back spins, helicopters.
And then like the discipline you have to take care of your body enough to be able to do that.
Because that shit's on a hard floor, dude. You ain't on no soft ass floor. And them guys be doing the flips and the and landing on, no hard lands and shit and the splits. And dude, you know what that shit does to your knees?
And then the fuel for internals too, like to produce all that energy and to maintain your physique and everything like that. You can't be poisoning it with bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You can't have McDonald's and fucking 40s. You know what I'm saying? You got to be fucking eating clean food, good proteins and good carbs and vegetables and going to the gym and fucking all that shit, man.
Yep.
So like every single person who fucking was involved in trying to represent breakdancing in the Olympics and everybody who did represent it for their country, I think they have nothing but mad respect and love for the art of breakdancing and the sport of competition. And that one lady stole the stage in a negative way. Yeah. And like I said, quite possibly horrible malice, bare minimum, laughing stock mockery and selfishness. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So don't be like that, kids. All right. You know, be like the Haktua girl if you want some fucking instant fame, okay? Don't be like that fucking Aussie bitch, all right? Just, you know what I'm saying? Do something positive, right? Spitting on it while you're sucking, that's positive, okay? Jumping like a kangaroo and making fun of a fucking dance, that's not cool, all right?
You know what's crazy about the Haktua girl was that people started sending her money, and she ended up going to she ended up spending it on helping this veterinary, helping a veterinary, a vet. She ended up starting helping the veterinarian and like helping pet animals and like giving them food and shelter. Yeah, actually, it was veterinary. Animal shelter.
That's
what
up.
She went and did. Yep, she took the money and did that. I was like,
Have you seen the clip of her on Bill Maher where she's talking about when he asked, because Bill Maher, he thinks nobody's like him, right? He's a little snooty, and but he was like, what do you know about older hip hop, like classic hip hop? When I think of classic hip hop, I think of like Jay-Z and Pac. Do you know who they are? And she's like, oh yeah, I know who they are. I just don't listen to them a lot. She's like, except for that one song from Jay-Z, Concrete Jungle, Wet Dream Tomato, the one about New York. And like that was going crazy because she is not saying Concrete Jungle, Wet Dream Tomato. All right, she's saying Concrete Jungle, Where Dreams Are Made Of, but it's hilarious because I can't not hear Concrete Jungle, Wet Dream Tomato now because of that chick who likes to spit on dicks. All right.
She said what? She said that?
Yeah, no, she when she sang the song, I'll send you.
Oh no, okay, yes.
No, but she was like, she told Bill Maher, she's like a serious face. She's like, yeah, I know about Jay-Z. He's got that one song that goes Concrete Jungle, Wet Dream Tomato, the one about New York, right? Exactly. That you lost that on the first time I said it, huh? But yeah,
because I didn't understand what you were saying. It just didn't just start registering. Like, wait a minute, what did he say?
She said that. Yeah, but she's also a self-proclaimed crackhead because her mom was a crack addict and she was a crack baby. So she's always like, hey, I know I don't have very many brain cells, but like you said, she's doing something positive with her money and stuff. If she's helping fucking vets and animal shelters and shit, that's dope. 100% dope. But yep. As KP said, if you need help with any marketing and stuff like that, you want help with your creative image and all that shit, hit us up. You need help with anything in the realm of music marketing, hit us up. musicmakingsensepod.com. Any and everything Music Making Sense Pod. Yep. And then, make sure you guys tune in on Wednesday evenings to the YouTubes.
Tomato!
For the live team, well, it's tomorrow from when we're recording it, but when they hear it, it's not going to be tomorrow. But every Wednesday, it's all good. But when we don't record these and then put them out the next day, so it kind of fucks up your thinking on things. You got to think ahead. But either way, make sure you tune into that. And if you want to submit your music, any genre, just go ahead and submit your music in there and join in for the live and tell people to tune in and all that fun shit. Subscribe, all that fun shit. So until then, we're going to do some fucking breakdancing. Ready? Play that music for breakdancing. Yeah. Gonna do the kangaroo. Yeah. For those of y'all listening, KP's doing the fucking kangaroo. Yeah, there you go.
We out, y'all.
Oh, if you're listening, you gotta watch that shit.
Holla!
See ya.